Hello, journeymen, journeywomen. This is a hero's journey with Dr. D, the podcast. This podcast was designed to inspire, to encourage, to educate, and to motivate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Now, for an entertaining video version of this episode, along with many more at my YouTube series, go to a hero's journey with drd.com. Now, let's begin. This is a hero's journey with Dr. D, and tonight is the recap, the up and coming, and the Q&A. Thank you. It's a Q&A session, and what we're doing, the Q&A, the recap, the update, and the Q&A on is the last video of masked men wear. Masked men wear, the last portion, the last part of the three-part series of what we are discussing is we're talking about invincibility. We talk about the mask of knowing it all, and we really don't. And we talked about the mask of the alpha male. Dun, 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 dun. And why can't we just be better men, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is just do a recap. And for those who are in the chat line right now, just go ahead and put your chats in the chat section and go ahead and give me a thumbs up while you're doing it at the same time. And also, for those who are out of the country, go ahead and I'm going to forward a Anchor app so you can get in on the audio when we do the Q&A sessions. Just send me a chat in the chat line, and I'll send you a link. Okay. All right. The recap. All right. We talked about invincibility. Okay. Men. All right. Cool, Paula. And Phil, if you can just copy Paula if you can copy Paula the link so she can forward to Andy. Appreciate it. All right, so let's get started. All right, so invincibility. We talk about invincibility, knowing it all, and the alpha male. I wrapped it up. Did it pretty simple. Is that when we grew up, I used a couple examples in the video about growing up invincible. We had put on a mask, whether it's male or female. We put on a mask when we was younger, and whether we was dealing with abuse, frustration in school, or if you're just trying to pick an image that we can be looked up to, or that we don't have to be afraid of ourselves in the mirror. So either male, it doesn't really matter. But we talk about masks that men wear. But sometimes women take that mask on as well. And usually, a lot of times, I know I'm shifting a little bit. A lot of times when women take over the mask, they take over masculine qualities of invincibility and being hard and stern because they're putting up a wall. And that's the same thing that goes for men. Now we're going back to men. They put up a wall. They put up walls so they can protect themselves. And the reason why they want to protect themselves is because a lot of times they really don't know who they are. And unfortunately, as it may seem, parents, even the good ones, generally make the television the babysitter. And if the television and the radio is the babysitter, who's teaching the lesson for the day? The television and the radio. But not just the television and radio, because that's just the item. But who's putting information in the television and radio? Because they're doing that so they can push agenda for the bottom line. Whether they're selling candy, whether they're selling toys, they're selling cars, they're selling clothes, they're selling makeup. The underlying, they're selling sex, so they're selling violence. But if it sells, they don't care what they're selling, who they hurt. A lot of items coming through the radio, coming through the television, and they're creating a tangible image internally in your child. And we all have been children. So that internal image that was created grew with us. And sometimes we didn't take the mask off when we realized that mask was there just to help us through a situation, through a friendship, through a relationship, through a bad upbringing. So sometimes we get the heart of being invincible, and men do that. I mean, especially in football and hard sports, we get on there and we become invincible because that's what strength. Men got to be strong and powerful. Yeah, but when do you take it off? And I talk about that in the video. When do you take it off? And that's the question. And that's the thing. And I stated this before. I've stated it again. Items, masks are good for seasons in our life to protect us and keep us safe from the things that are out of our control. That's why some people have imaginary friends, probably because they don't have any. But when they start carrying the imaginary friend till they're 40 and 50, then there's an issue, because the imaginary friend was just a part of a mask for a certain time that was needed. I'm just saying. All right, so that's invincibility. Then we talked about the know-it-all. I got a lot of smart people online. A lot of smart people online. And I got a PhD. I never really thought I was a brainiac. No, I didn't. I really didn't. But in some cases, I thought I knew it all. Like I stated in the video, while it's unintentional, it's an unintended behavior that I was giving off for telling people I know. It still was a know-it-all attitude. And what I was doing is I was protecting my ego. I know, because unconsciously, the know-it-all person, the mask, was like, oh, no. Yeah. So he gave you a little hint. So therefore, a person gave you a hint. You say, I know. So therefore, you knew it all before, but I really didn't. Why can't we just know something? I want to take full credit for it. And when we ask somebody for something, why can't we just say, man, thanks, I really appreciate you going out your way to give me the information that I needed. While at the same time, while they start to talk, you start to remember. But see, that was not your own doing. That person, that other item on the outside triggered that. So we need to be more appreciative to others instead of focus on us alone. I think that goes to male or female. Then you have the mask of the alpha. You get alpha. I'll use example Rambo, Commando. All the action figures. They can. Oh, the transporter. Oh, he's straight up alpha male. He don't make expressions. He beat everybody up. Oh, that's sweet. We grew up on that. We grew up on that's the thing that you're supposed to be, an alpha. You don't feel no pain. You can go through anything. That's why a lot of men they want to be a Navy SEAL, but they don't want to go through the torture. They want to be a Ranger, but they don't want to go through the torture. The mental is more mental than physical, but it's when the mental meets the physical. I have a friend who's a SEAL, and he told me, he said after a while, when people say when you almost through, it gets better, it gets easier, they lie. He said they lie. But what happens is your mind takes you to a different plateau where you just phase. You just phase to a different phase, mind over matter. You've told yourself that no, this is only for a little while. As you move past that, it's mental. A lot of things that we do is mental. As a man thinketh, so is he. But the issue is that a lot of times we don't think that much. We let other people think for us and plant seeds to grow in our minds, dictating our path. That's television. That's radio. Oh, yeah, I've been there as well. I've been there as well. So I work constantly trying to evolve and trying to reflect on what I'm listening to and what I'm seeing and how it's affecting the way I do things. It's all about discipline. All right, so that's my recap. That's my recap, and my update is that I'm still deliberating. I'm deliberating. I have a video. I was going to continue on the series of masks and do the mask in the workplace. Give me a thumbs up or alternative videos that you think would be a good idea. You can put it in the chat section. I'm listening. I'm listening. And or I was gonna do the video in another person's moccasins. Okay. The moccasins. While I was gonna do living somebody else's moccasins, I'm still trying to deliberate a specific title. I mean, Phil gave me good topic, and I may run with it, but I still deliberate between continuing the series of masks in the workplace, because while we all work, while we don't work, while we all work in some form of fashion, and if we're selling items we don't like people, we have to put a mask on because we want to do the purchase. We don't want anybody to buy a product for us to run for the hills. We put on the mask, but that's the up and coming. Now, this is the Q&A. Now I'm over in the chat section. Now let me know in the chat section if things are flowing better. And I sent everybody. I sent. Oh, I just sent Paul the link. I go see. Let me see. Let me send Paula. Generate link. Copy link. Okay, I don't have Paula Messenger. I don't see. All right. First question: Why did you include the know-it-all with the others? Because it's one of my masks. That's why I did. I mean, it's one of the masks. I mean, a lot of times, we can be argumentative when we feel like we know something versus the other person. And some may add that women may feel the exact same way. It may be a back and forth, but we can get pretty. And I used the example of know-it-all because I didn't think I was ornery, so to speak, when I was repetitively saying I know it all. When my best friend actually told me, "Man, stop saying you know it all," because people won't tell you anything because you know it all. I'm putting life into something, into an opinion of others. All right. Hide on stream. All right. First question: Why did you include the know-it-all with the others? Because it's one of my masks. That's why I did. I mean, it's one of the masks. I mean, a lot of times, we can be argumentative when we feel like we know something versus the other person. And some may add that women may feel the exact same way. It may be a back and forth, but we can get pretty. And I used the example of know-it-all because I didn't think I was ornery, so to speak, when I was repetitively saying I know it all. When my best friend actually told me, "Man, stop saying you know it all," because people won't tell you anything because you know it all. I'm putting life into something, into an opinion of others. All right. So let me. All right. Hide on stream. I'm trying to put the next one. I don't see. You say, Philip. You said, I don't see how the know-it-all and the machismo could be in the same sentence. I don't. Okay, I think Paul pretty much hit that. Tell me, have anybody received give me a response. Have anybody received the links to come on? I don't think he was saying it's a mask because it protects the ego and to wear a mask to protect his insecurities. All of it, well, Paula, all of it protects the ego. All of it protects the ego. Whether you talk about sexuality, you talk about alpha, you talk about athletic. It all protects the ego, right? Because Phil, you're saying that why can not blend it? I mean, because we're all multifaceted creatures. I mean, even the good mask, the mask. Yeah, just because the mask don't mean it's bad. It's just when you're on delusion, the mask is actually you. That's when you like.
Yeah. The mask doesn't have to be bad.
Right.
Most of them are civil. It's like when you go to church, you can't say all of the bad words you want to when you would be at home.
Right.
So you put
Paula,
on masks.
Paula, where she get till she get in the car and then let's rip.
And I've done it to my shrinks too. They didn't give me enough drugs for that mess. Somebody had to let them know, y'all need to give me more if you expect me to drive through Kinston.
Oh, yeah.
That's a scary town now.
And what else you say, Phil? You said oh, she's back. She's here. Phil said, I was accused of being the know-it-all in school just because I did my homework.
See, I'm with you, Phil.
Phil, you did your homework?
I always did my homework. Don't play.
You notice who's here tonight, right? Two doing their homework.
You was accused of being a know-it-all for doing your homework.
He did know it all, is what he's saying.
Yeah, because I had a classmate that said, I think you know everything because the teacher was asking a question.
Okay. And you actually participating. You actually trying to learn something.
I was the know-it-all just like that, but I still think I was smarter than most of them too. So
no,
I don't know it all, but I know a lot.
I think reading it's a class in my first year of college. I didn't know it all, but I would listen to everything the teacher said, and I put it together. And she asked a question. I really didn't know it. I was pulling. Yeah. So I get a roundabout answer. Now I get it. I remember one time I was wrong. This boy fell out the chair and rolled.
Because you were wrong once?
Yeah, because in his mind, he think he know everything. And then when I was wrong, I guess he felt like, know it all, don't know it.
See, I'll admit when I'm wrong. It's not often, but I'll admit it.
It was no big deal. I was trying.
Right?
It was no big deal that he laughed at me, but that's him. I was trying.
He was probably a D student too.
Sometimes people want to be shown up.
Because it's
girls in the classroom.
I was an intellectual snob. I mean, I hate to admit it, but I was smart like at 9 or 10 years old.
Oh, so you like my twin? Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Perfectly.
We about that school example again. You had people who, they knew the answer, but didn't be smart, so they wore a mask for ignorance reasons. I don't know, so the class doesn't know, so I don't know either.
Right. because nobody wants to be the outcast. Because it's not cool to be smart, and you just showing off.
So no, right, and that's what I keep getting at when I keep saying, okay, you putting that in there too, and sometimes it isn't that I'm the know-it-all because I did my homework. Yeah, okay, let's run with that. I did my homework, or issue. I went to a library and found out, or maybe I asked my parents or somebody else that. So because I'm now educating, you making me feel like, oh, I have to be act like I don't know.
Yeah, I think you gotta look at another context. Okay, you and significant other having a conversation. She's trying to express how she feels. You cut her off in the midst of her talking. And oh yes, see such this, such as that, such as this. See, no. If you let me finish, you get the rest of the facts. Oh, I don't need that you finish. I know what you're gonna say. Because you always say it. If you let me finish, because so you know everything. You know everything about women, right? All right. See, that's the problem. I can't talk to you because you know it all. And that what stops communication, effective communication, is when the other party, whether it's in a relationship or whether it's over a platform or whether it's in a business meeting, it doesn't matter. But other party is thinking that they the cream of the crop, and they really the mud of the swamp. Like a person up there speaking, they just going to, or like the American Idols. Yeah, okay, you see American Idols, the competition, they get up there, yeah, they start singing, ah, ah. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it, Simon? Was it? That was the bomb. And then they said, sweetheart, you had a good beginning. Yeah, but it's a little pitchy. You don't know what you're talking about. I've been singing since I was 5 years old. Shoot, everybody love to hear me sing. I can sing. If you, I'm trying to give you some advice to work on. You don't give me no advice. Who are you? Shoot, I know I can sing, right, Mama? My mama said I can sing. My daddy loves the way I sing. Everybody loves the way I sing. But she sound like crap because she know it all.
Or that she sound like crap. Sounded right. Maybe she doesn't need to do 40 gospels. Maybe she need to slowly speak her words so you could appreciate the song.
Now, but it wasn't about the words. It's just the pitch was off. The pitch was off. It's like, yeah, you need to get some lessons. And your pitching means that your tune's off. It's supposed to be B, but you're in a D flat. And you didn't know. And you didn't know you think you're the cream of the crop. You wasn't doing the runs. You just think you're cream of the crop. And that's what I sound like. Like somebody screaming. But some people can listen to constructive criticism and take the feedback. And it's okay. Okay, I haven't heard that explained like that before. So if they haven't heard it explained like that before, then they will then they'll take ear to the criticism or the feedback. But know-it-all, you can't tell anything because a know-it-all is synonymous to a narcissistic a person with narcissistic disposition. Like when I give the example in the video about I was a know-it-all. I was a malevolent or malicious know-it-all, but I thought I knew it all, and within the context of me asking for information. So I'm asking for information. The person gives me information that I didn't know. But in that context, I knew it all. But he started this. I know. No, he just triggered a memory because I didn't know at the beginning. Because if I knew at the beginning, I never asked. And if you can acknowledge that you don't know everything, then if you knew something, a person can help you know more if you listen. That's why God gave us more ears than a mouth. But we choose to use this more. I understand you saying like know it in a classroom, but within the context of I think it's more a context in a relationship, wherever relationship. Father trying to tell son, it's an instruction. I don't need to hear you, old man, but you can't tell me nothing. For instance, like I heard something today. Brian McKnight did a PSA about his sons. He said, his kids, not just sons. He said they're entitled. He said I take the blame because I gave them everything that they wanted, but I gave them 2 years. I said after 2 years, you're gonna have to get a place of your own. He said I stop he stopped being the free check. He wanted them to pay to earn and keep. Now they start crying because they 30 years old. And they start saying he ain't nothing, he ain't never did nothing for us. But one of the sons, he had 3 cars before he turned 16 or 18. Free. But some kids, they say they know it all. They know what's right for them, but they never lived the life before. And that all goes into they've been drinking the Kool-Aid somebody else is feeding them. And you know what happened when the people in Ghana, they drink the Kool-Aid that somebody else force-fed them. They all die. And then a lot of times if you die inside to the person you actually are, if you know it all. That makes sense?
Makes perfect sense. But there's this other question I have. It's always, I guess I'm staying on this quite a bit. In the workplace, we've been in situations where, okay, I was in a meeting one time, and we were all asked to give ideas and suggestions about a particular project, a new product that was being launched. And the idea that the management had, it was so ridiculous to me. And I don't say that like, okay, I'm just wonderful and great, but it was ridiculous in that it didn't take into account certain things. And my being one of the frontline workers, I could tell them that's not going to work. We can't do A, B, and C, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And so they were like, well, one of my managers told me, well, she has an A from so-and-so school. And I said, no, that doesn't mean that she's not wrong. Right.
Was she cute?
And, wasn't approachable, put it that way.
But was she cute?
This NBA from Boston. One more time. The cuteness wears off when you stop being approachable. I'm not listening to you.
But did the manager think that he may have had a shot?
Yeah, that is a good point. But I think the point is, and I hope that you do go to the series on workplace masks. Because you've had situations, people and ideas and stuff, or they might tell their bosses no to a certain, but the boss wants to say, oh, we hired a consultant. Well, I can tell you, I've worked in that every day. Why do you hired a consultant to tell you that machine is broke? I walk past the machine every day. It's broke. You know.
They had a budget though.
Well, you could have spent it on
Yeah.
raises or bonuses, not hiring this consultant just because.
Well, there's a lot of times the consultants their cousin. Yeah, like government had a lot of consultants that just slip on the bone. We need to hire this consultant, and it's in the budget, so it's free money. It's free money. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you got a point. Yeah, but we don't. Sometimes you don't know what goes on the rationale, the reason behind a person's decisions. You just there get a check.
Yeah, and not. I'll just say that when I was 22, I might have gave a lot of opinions, and nowadays I just listen to certain stuff and just not waste my breath.
Right. But now it's different. Is it not now?
What's
it's different.
What's that you drinking? Prove it. Looks like it to me.
What's that?
Vodka.
Oh, straight. Yeah, vodka with no alcohol. That's right.
Okay, but before you tell me you got to go, I something you said tonight, and I kind of want you to go back to his own for this part. About the relation, when you talked about relation, and you're not listening. I'm trying to say this, dude, have to listen to somebody say they trying something for 20 minutes. You don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hurry up and say it. Get this point across. Don't argue with me for not listening. I'm listening to you now, and you listening at me about I'm not listening.
Well, what's the question?
I had a mask on then too.
Well, yeah, but it's the mask was a mask of well, you want to be more authentic when you want to try. Doesn't you got to put a mask on until you grow into? You want to try when you get in communication with somebody you actually want to understand. Now, if you care nothing about the person, yeah, but if you actually care about the person, it will make it better for you, because if you can actually hear the person, then it's less time bounds you're walking into because you heard the person. But if you repetitively, if you keep on the exact same thing over and over again, expect different results, what Einstein said, that's the definition of insanity. So you always fussing, but I told you the other day, you said you was listening, right? Yeah, I was listening, I just didn't hear you. That'd be probably the honest response. I was listening, I just didn't hear you.
Or, yeah, you right. Yep, you right.
Oh, you've been listening to Kevin, huh?
Yeah.
You right. You right. Yeah. You right. You right. You right. No, but think sometimes like when I get communication with my significant others, sometimes it gets paused, and probably because she's trying to take the time to be deliberate in her words, and that's appreciated now, so that you wish you go a little faster, but you can understand. How can two walk together unless they agree? You can agree to disagree, but you at least need to understand what you're disagreeing about, so you can be distinct on your decisions. Okay, family roles. Gotcha. She said gotcha. Paul said family roles. I know what that means. uh, so you have to be is a clarity. You is a process too because you understanding somebody else and they're not you. They didn't raise up. They wasn't raised up same house. They didn't sleep in the same bed, eat the same counter, and don't know your mama that well. So they're knowing your mama.
Yeah,
They
the
can't
couple on
talk
the
word.
street shaking their head, they agree with you.
Okay. The couple they agree with me. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I mean, so that's always a process. I still learn. I learn every day because that's why I have to constantly reflect on what you see in the chat. I gotta get some dolls. He's back. Oh, okay. Okay, Paula. Let me see. Paula. I will see. I will see. She will pop back up. Okay. So I explained things about the relationship stuff, and so I gotta get some dolls. That those dolls are funny. So you got
They're not dogs.
invincibility. Oh, the bobbleheads, bobble pimp, and his bottom.
They were doing the electric slide.
Okay. Okay, I got you. All right, so we got invincibility. I said invincibility, know it all, and you got know it all in the alpha. So I explained everything. Any more questions?
That's it for tonight.
Oh, very brief. I'm a girl. Dead. Paula said, "I'm a girl. I'm a girl, and they're dials." I do have okay. Okay, Paula, what's your future? She has a. I do have a future. Okay, what is it? I did for Cass. I do have an idea for your future cast. Okay. You know what subject I'm dealing with, perhaps something about those. Oh. What subject I'm dealing with, perhaps something along those lines, dealing with someone else's addiction issues. That's a good one. What'd be a title? Phil, you got an idea for a title?
I'm not sure about that one, but I had an idea too.
Okay, tips to help us make it through and help rather than harm the other person. That's a good one.
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
yeah. Okay, what's yours?
Mine was to do walking in somebody else's shoes, walk somebody else's moccasins.
Moccasin. Yeah, I stated that. Yours was tips to help us make it through. I like that. Right. I stated that in the update. I like that I'm deliberating doing that or doing the last one of mask in the workplace for this week.
Do them both.
And then that.
Do both. Do that one first, and then do whatever other ideas afterward.
Yeah. Okay. So there it is. So I do mask in the workplace. I'm gonna give me another do the mask in the workplace. Give me another mask, and I'm gonna switch up my thumbnail, and that'll be the end of that one. And yeah, that'll be into that one. Finish mask, then next topic. Yeah, Paulie, I was finished with mask. But I'm gonna do a mask in the workplace, and then I'll do the next topic. I like both of y'all's tips on how to effectively deal with that person and live with somebody else's moccasin. They kind of go together. They kind of go together. I think dealing with effectively deal with somebody else's addiction, because people don't realize the person, when one person's addiction in the house, the whole house is addicted. And sometimes the person's not even in the house. If they're connected with you in a close relationship, meaning that either their spouse or a child or close relatives, you experience that. Maybe not a direct effect, but effect all the same. So yeah, that's worth dealing. That's my area too. So things to make you go. All right. All hearts and minds clear.
Can I bring all my people to side?
Yeah, I'm gonna use this too. You go ahead.
Oh, never mind. I'm not doing it.
Why not? Why not? Why? Go ahead. I'm bringing some down. Paula said she brings some dollars next time. It's been dollar competition.
That's not. Stop calling them dogs.
Paula's been a girl longer than we have, so I think she got a. Oh Lord, yeah, Paula. You see the chat? You see the chat?
What'd she say?
I'm bringing a nude down.
What'd she say?
I'm bringing a nude doll. I don't know how to what they call it. I don't know how to censor yet. What do I do? It's called cut.
Bill and Jada, eat your heart out.
I would get my own, but I gotta wait a little while. They cost the design, the one you get the one designed like you. They cost a little bit. I thought about $20. No, they cost a piece.
Okay,
right.
D, no cracking bobbleheads.
Oh, wait. Topless anyway. You know they're not anatomically correct, like Barbie. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me complete my spiel. All right. Okay. Hey, journeymen, journeywomen. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming joining me out. All our travelers coming out to join with me on the Heroes Update Live, talking about invincibility and being a know-it-all and the alpha male. And this will end the mask men wear series, and next week we'll continue on with the mask in the workplace. If you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when a new episode is posted, so you can rave and review about this episode with your friends. And if you forget anything else from this episode, remember this, that every day you get up vertical, make it your goal in life to move forward and never move back. This is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings, and we're out!